Racing games have been continuously getting better from the NES up to the GameCube. They took a bit of a dive on the Wii, but I am the Game Collector and this is Second Opinion Games, and today we look at racing games on the WiiU.
Second Opinion Games.
First up, the reigning champ, Mario Kart 8. Some people call it the best Mario Kart game ever made, even if the battle system's completely trash. However, you can play this online for free right up to this very day. So of course this is one you have to get, and it's one that I don't really have to talk about that much, except for the fact that a lot of people call it MK8. You know how frustrating it was when someone told me that the only game they had was MK8? I continuously looked up online to see if Mortal Kombat 8 came out on the Wii U, just to find absolutely nothing, until eventually I realized it was Mario Kart 8. Okay, that's just out of the way now. Mario Kart 8's a must-have if you're a Wii U owner. But what else do we need to get? Hello Kitty Cruisers is even a more kid-friendly type of Mario Kart, even if Mario Kart was always completely kid-friendly. This seems to be locked in permanent 50cc status, and there's no power sliding around corners, so the controls are extremely simple and dumbed down, and it really has nothing new to offer, except for the fact that now there is boating involved too. So the fact that you could switch up between cars and boats and even airplanes kind of makes it closer to Diddy Kong Racing than Mario Kart itself. The graphics are serviceable and it's easy and fun for really young people. Everyone else should probably just stay away. And also this is a bit of a collector's item because it happens to be one of the most expensive games on the Wii U.
Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed
could be an actual better racing experience than Mario Kart 8 if you happen to be a single player type person. You can still race online with other people, but getting in a game is nearly impossible unless you have a lot of patience and tons of time to kill. When you jump into every single map, you'll notice that the graphics are almost photorealistic and really pushing the Wii U to its absolute limits. The music is far more intense. You have tons of different Sonic characters and Sega characters themselves, like Samba de Amigo and Wreck-It Ralph. Having a Disney character, even though, yeah, he was on a Sega Genesis, wasn't he, in that game? But okay, anyway, this is a terrific package full of fun racers, and one of the best parts about this game is that it feels like a full-fledged arcade experience, right down to the announcer, who is always over the top and sounds awesome. Also, the sound effects in this game are still insane. Transforming into a different thing, whether you're on the water or in the air, or just driving your car, which then transforms into some type of super beast, is always fun, and this is an extremely exciting racing game if you're just by yourself. Cars 3 Driven to Win was one of the last official release games coming out for the Wii U. That makes it quite a bit of a collector's item. In this racing game, it has all of your favorite characters from the Cars movies, and even the ones you don't like. Now, this is more of a trick racer because you have to perform tricks in order to earn boost, which will then have you win the match. But earning boosts doesn't really make that much sense when there's such a rubber banding AI. Basically, you just perform all the tricks until your boost meter's full, and then just race normally around the track until the very end, and then boost to first place every single time. This doesn't make for a fun racing experience. It really feels like the trick system had a lot more time put into it than the racing system, and seeing that you have to perform these tricks while you're driving as fast as you can means that the average little dude could not actually play this game successfully. So if you're playing against your younger brother or even a younger child, well, they're not going to do very well at all because they can't figure out that trick system and they can never get that boost bar filled up. This and the repetitive, annoying voices that tend to spout off every time you win or lose a race takes this from a great game down to a mediocre one. Hot Wheels World's Best Driver is a surprising hidden gem on this system. You might think that you're going to be playing with little toy cars, but no, you graduate to the big boy cars. There is tons of unlockables in here, beautiful narration, and a near arcade experience. Also, you could jump into anything you like to do. If you like to focus on speed, you could do that with the green team. If you want to focus on high tech, that's basically just drifting, which then you can just drive straight up walls and drift around the corner mirror on a wall. It's extremely exciting. There's also a little bit of parkour here with motorcycles, and it makes me feel like I'm playing an entirely different game, like one of those game shows like Wipeout or something. I wonder if that has a racing game on the system. Yeah, so of course, there are 2 Wipeout games on this system, one of which you can create your own courses and is really difficult. The other one being Wipeout 3, the one I recommend everyone play because anyone can just jump right into it and start moving through the levels, aka episodes, of this game, which means there are tons of courses that you could go through and master. This also happens to be a party game, so sharing the massive WiiU tablet around the room to see who could get the best time and eventually see who gets eliminated and who moves on is pretty darn cool. Except if one person's just a lot better because they actually played the game. It's much better with people that have no idea what they're getting into, and if everyone is like that. So don't be one of those guys and gets really good on the game on their own and then offers to play everyone. No one likes that guy. This is a bit cheesy because you can unlock characters with really weird costumes, but that's all part of the enjoyment and love of the game. That and getting hit multiple times and falling into water. Let's check out some downloadable titles, and while we're in the water now, we might as well also check out Aqua, Mota, Racer, Utopia. This is a really common jet ski type of racer where you weave your way in and out of buoys, upgrade your jet ski to be more powerful, which makes you win more races, and it feels a lot like Wave Race, only not quite as good. There's really long load times here, and the music is a bit generic, but overall, it's a very serviceable jet ski racer. I recommend getting it.
Alright, we want to start this off with giving a huge thank you to Second Opinion Games. When we got the email to be a part of this collab, we're like, we watch that channel. Whoa. That's freaking awesome. Let's do this thing. So we're going to talk about a racing game that's maybe kind of obscure on the WiiU, and it is Rockin' Racing Off-Road DX.
Kind of a confusing name.
Yeah.
When we got it, it was on sale, so it's really cheap. I think it's digital download only.
It is, yeah.
And I believe it's also available on the Nintendo Switch, but the Wii U is better. So we're talking about the Wii U version.
Yeah, hot take. But anyways, racers on the Wii U, there's tons of good ones, but this one's kind of a little nugget that I don't think a lot of people probably played, and it scratches that retro gaming itch.
Yes.
It gives me feelings of RC Pro-Am, of rock and roll racing.
I think that's where I got the name from.
Yeah, so anyway, it's super cheap. It's a lot of fun. You can play it 2-player. There's lots of unlockables in this game.
It's up to 5 players to be exact,
yeah,
which is really cool. There's 5 carts, and it's just that top down. The map doesn't move, and you just race. There's different tracks. It's simple. It's just straight to the point racing.
I would say, okay, is this a must-own game? Maybe not. I personally, I don't know about you, but I would rather play RC Pro-Am or Rock and Roll Racing from back in the day. But if I don't have access to those, and I've got 5 friends that want to play some Wii U, this is a pretty fun retro-style game. So, if you're looking for something like that, Rockin' Racing Off-Road DX might be for you. DX, I always think of break it down. Da-da-da-da. Anyways, guys, that's all we got.
Super Toy Cars starts off as a generic toy car racing game with somewhat average graphics, and the graphics never really get any better than this. But what does get better is the racing itself, as you unlock more cars and more parts to super beef up your car, making it faster and faster. Then you'll be power sliding around corners to earn boost, and then boost through the straightaways and maybe even up ramps that earns you even more boost. Tons of weapons that you could pick up and shoot down other opponents, but one thing I really love about this game is they picked some type of local indie bands to do the full-on soundtrack with it, and my god, these guys are actually quite good. It's hard to believe that such a rock and rolling band would even waste their time on a toy car game. It's almost hilarious and just genre breaking in general, but I'm really glad they did. This ends up being a really fun game. Midtown Crazy Races, quote, the more realistic downloadable driving game on the Wii U. And someone seems to think that this is pretty controversial because I had to put in a parental lock pin just to play this game, and it's just driving from point A to point B. Rather slowly, I might add, because it uses full-on motion controls. So you have to slowly steer the Wii U tablet back and forth, just driving through little green blobs. This is just awful because sometimes you could barely see the road. Also, if you mess up the tiniest little bit, you're not going to make it to the next checkpoint, which could even be right in front of you. Kind of stay away from this one. Fast Racing Neo is one of the best downloadable games that ever was. Of course, in Europe, they actually got a physical release of this, so that's really sought after even here in the States because most people mod their machines to be able to play region-free. So this is actually one that I'm on the lookout myself. This is kind of like the futuristic Wipeout game, and F-Zero mashed together, mixed with a little bit of Ikaruga as you switch between the different phases of your ship to increase the boost capabilities. It's extremely fast. You race against many other characters. Matter of fact, if they just called this F-Zero and Nintendo completely locked this down as a system exclusive, they probably would have sold a lot more Wii U units because this is just terrific on every level. But is it the very best pinnacle of racing game on the Wii U? Well, it's sort of between this and Mario Kart 8 and our last game. Need for Speed Most Wanted is nearly a perfect open-world racing game. Switching back and forth between the cars that you just find parked alongside the road is nearly effortless. Having cops ride your butt and try to take you down is insane and very intense. The music soundtrack is terrific on nearly every level. Unlike some of those other games like Burnout Paradise, I really like the gameplay, but the music tracks really got old insanely fast. Here in Need for Speed Most Wanted, they seem to be timeless and just get my heart pumping every second I'm in my vehicle. The controls aren't as precise as Burnout Paradise, but I am happy to say that this is a terrific open world racing car experience for everyone who loves cars, which might make it the very best driving game on the Wii U. But of course, that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I had a great time making it. So is the Wii U the very best Nintendo system for racing games? Did it beat the GameCube? Well, I want to leave that question up to you guys. Do you prefer the better graphics and possibly better controls in some of these Wii U games than the GameCube, or the fact that the GameCube had a crap ton of racing games and Mario Kart Double Dash? Is that better than Mario Kart 8? I'm kind of on the fence on that one myself. So leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite racing game was for Nintendo system and which system you like better. And if you don't know anything about the Nintendo GameCube racing games, I did 2 videos on that and I think it was pretty darn fun to do so. So I recommend you check those out, and until later, I will see you again, guys.